Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope your day's gotten off to a great start wherever you are in this most amazing world of ours. Just want to wish you a great and happy day. And the first question I got for you this morning. So I issued you a small challenge yesterday and asked you to try to engage and encounter with some folks you may not have known before, whether it was here through Google Hangouts or whether it was live and in person. And I'd really be interested if you shared that with me. It's important to me. My work's important to me. It's sort of kind of my life. Okay, today we're going to talk about perception briefly. Yeah, it's kind of sitting out on the patio last night, and I was trying to figure out a way to do this because, perception's a hot topic. So I thought I'd do what I do best and share some stories with you. One of the services I offer a new client is something called the career makeover. It's a cute little name for talking about tucking and tweaking and rearranging and kind of maybe exploring and examining areas of your life or your career that were kind of floating out there in the fog, and helps you bring them in, line them up. And I've seen a lot of people turn around and make some real interesting career changes. But here's one of the things I've noticed is that when we start the process, and it takes about 6 weeks, when we start the process, everybody's really excited. Oh boy, I'm going to get to do this, going to get to do that. And then they kind of lapse into, boy, this is a little bit harder work than I thought it was going to be. And that's pretty much true with a lot of stuff you and I do. And then finally, I noticed that more than 50% of them towards the tail end almost have this little bit of fear in their eyes. And so I started asking, well, what's the deal? And they're saying, I think I'm finally going to fulfill my dreams. Oh, ain't that cool? I guess so. That means I'm going to be successful. See, I think perception is something you and I develop and then we live with. I don't know a person I talk to that doesn't say, boy, I would like to be able to enhance this area of my life or explore that area of my life. And once they start doing it, and once they start getting close to it, that perception of comfort kind of grabs you by the back of the pants and pulls you back, says, no. It's better that you stay right where you're at. And so I've kind of added an extra week to these folks I work with on a career makeover, and we kind of explore, what is your perception of success? And of course, like always, I have a screen share, and I'm going to share a slide with you today. Here we go. This is from Anais Nin, and it says, we don't see things as they are. We see them as we are. My wife has a job interview this afternoon within the same company she works for. And I said to her this morning, boy, this must be exciting. And she looked at me and said, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I said, go in and have fun. And she said, well, you do that all the time. Yeah, that's true. We see things as we are. It's where the glass half empty, glass half full came from. We assign value. We assign meaning. Okay, I'm going to show you another slide. This one I've used before, and it's kind of interesting. Look at that for a minute and tell me what your first reaction is. Is it something positive or negative? I'm going to tell you, the first time I saw this, my perception was with, well, tragedy, illness, loss of work, bad relationships. If you notice the hands folded, it's kind of, oh Lord, give me strength. Oh Lord, help me out. And so I started showing this to people, And I pretty much got the same reaction. I wonder what happened to that. Living with something I didn't plan. Well, wait a minute, John, now. Are you contradicting yourself here? Because you talk about doing this career makeover with people. Isn't that a plan? Yeah, it is. It's a plan that says I've got a map, and this map is going to show me how to get there. And all of a sudden, here I am, and I have it. I'm not quite sure what the figure is, but a majority of lottery winners are bankrupt within 3 years. And as someone once put it to me, they're not rich, they're poor people with money. Because isn't wealth a mentality? So you can work with someone like me and you can get to the brink of saying, I have all the tools I need, I have all the direction I need, but whoa, wait a minute. What's the perception of myself? Now, I looked at this for a long time, and here's what I came up with. Living with something I didn't plan. Ring, ring, hello. Hi, John. We'd like to hire you to go on a worldwide speaking engagement, and we're going to pay you $560,000 annually to do that. Oh, wow. From what my faith belief is and stuff like that, those hands are folded in thanksgiving, in gratefulness. Perception. What's your perception of what happens to you? I'm going to stop sharing the slideshow here now and get back to the Hangout. There we go. Yeah, just a real brief message this morning. If you'd like a copy of that, I've given that to a number of people, and they said it's one of those things they put on the bulletin board or kept in one of their files and kind of looked at. How do you perceive things in your life? If you watch the trailer for this, I talked to you about a guy I went to college with by the name of Mike, and Mike had it all together. Straight A student, double major, beautiful car, lots of friends, many dates, super, super person. Everybody loved Mike. Everybody went to Mike for advice. And long before Michael Jordan, because this was in the mid-'70s, everybody wanted to be like Mike, at least the people I went to school with. And I didn't run into Mike till about 10 years after he graduated from college. And one of the things I remember so brightly, clearly, just how messed up he was. He'd been through 3 or 4 marriages, 3 or 4 jobs, had all kinds of issues and all kinds of problems. And I remember sitting back and thinking, wow, my perception of this guy wasn't who he really was. And in the final analysis, that wasn't fair to Mike. I created an image of Mike. I created the perception of being this guy that nothing bad would ever happen to. The problem was, Mike didn't have that perception of himself. It's a lifelong journey. Whether you choose to go on your own, whether you have somebody to help you, it's a lifelong journey. And my firm belief is that your perception is what guides you along the way. Plain and simple. What if I get scared? Good. I always worry about people that go into something and say, I got this one made. All right. One of the things I love about these Google Hangouts is that about 30 seconds before I hit the start broadcast button, I get this butterfly feeling in the pit of my stomach, and my heart rate goes up a little bit, and it's oh my goodness. Fear is healthy. It's what your perception of fear is that decides whether you reach your goal or you don't reach your goal. So, thanks for taking the time to watch, whether it was live or a little bit later on YouTube. I encourage you to share this with your friends and your colleagues. I encourage you to talk about perception. And just remember, in the final synopsis and evaluation, it's not how we see people, it's how we perceive them. Dig a little deeper and have a great Wednesday. Bye-bye now.